favor. This is one more, please. Welcome to Otra por favor.
Otra por favor.
Arriba la América. How are you guys today?
Yeah, good.
Show's over.
Show's over. Mate la verga, güey. Arriba la América. Welcome to another episode. It's been a while since we've talked about soccer, and I feel like, you know what? We got to bring it back to the roots and bring it back to the basics. But I didn't want to do it alone. I want to do it with a couple of friends. You know, one of them is a co-host, co-producer, Rigo. He's in the building. And also I have a friend of mine that we met through the Austin FC community. If you guys are ever in the, you know, listening to a Murga song or anything and you hear, that's him right there. So can you introduce your name really quick?
Ray Castelo.
He's the biggest Barcelona fan around.
No, I'm not.
Also,
don't let that
known
boy
as-
lie to you. Don't let that. You know what? This show's over. Look.
I told him. Man.
It's funny, like how a lot of my Real Madrid friends I'm actually pretty good friends with, and I can banter, and I don't like, you know, take it serious when we talk about each other's teams. Of course, you know, we're not doing good. We haven't been doing good in a while. But you guys are like always, you know, killing it. So my props to you guys.
You try.
Always.
Just try.
We're always doing good things, signing good players. You know, it's a community. They built from the bottom up.
Y nosotros thank you Spotify y Moto Mami for everything you guys do for the team. Before we get into like getting to know more about Ray and whatnot, we're gonna talk about Austin FC, of course. As you guys know, he's part of La Murga. I just want to say a couple of things. Is thanks to everybody that, you know, watches our episodes or listens to it on Spotify. We're blessed the fact that you guys spend time listening to our content. I really appreciate it. It will help us grow. And also the audience out there, at the moment we have 252 listeners or subscribers in YouTube. And the way we can keep this growing is by sharing it with your friends. Hopefully we can, you know, our goal is to reach 500 by the end of June. So that's sort of a metric I have in mind. With that, I'm gonna come through with everything I can to give you guys good content. And a lot of it is, you know, for good vibes, for the banter, but more than anything for like somehow we can contribute to the community and contribute to the cause. Everything that we do is because, you know, we appreciate the work that's around it, like everything the organization, you know, Austin FC and all the artists that come to Austin. So we want to portray that to everyone out there through our, you know, in our platform. And the last thing that I have in mind is there is a mosaic that's going to be inaugurated on Saturday.
On Saturday at 5 p.m. here at the McKalla Station, new McKalla Station. So come check it out. Come see the art. It's a 80 feet by 8 feet. So over 100,000 mosaic tiles. It's huge, and it was all made by J Music and the Austin FC community that went out and helped and put it all together. And I think he said record time, because you know how we are, right? We get shit done.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. Sometimes it could be good, sometimes it can be bad, but we get shit done. And what's the name of the mosaic?
The Heartbeat of Austin.
Heartbeat of Austin. So it's gonna portray several of our members, you know, in the Murga community and Austin FC community. Thank you to the Mosaic Workshop, Cap Metro, and Something Cool Studios. They hosted the first or the second workshop in there, right?
Yeah.
To get it
And
done.
Something Cool. And the ATX Mosaic Workshop is now live too.
Yeah, so Saturday, what date?
The 6th, April 6th, 5 p.m. It'll be like an hour, and then we all get in the stadium and we keep doing our thing. It'll be fun.
Go to the game. It's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah. Another win, right?
Ride the train.
Ride the train.
Ride the train, or don't get right in that, you know, that train, you know. So all right, now we're gonna get into, you know, thank you, Rigo, for helping me share that. You know more about that than I do, so I'm like, you know what?
toss it over.
Rigo can.
Let me talk for a little bit.
También.
We're gonna ask Ray what his legal name is.
It's Ray.
Ray.
It's not Raymundo. It's
Raymundo.
Ray.
Ray.
Ray. Yeah.
Why 2 times?
My stage name is Ray.
You don't pay attention the first time.
No. My ADD kicks in.
So this coming Sunday at Hop Squad for the drag show, Ray will be displaying at what time?
I didn't know I was doing that, but 2 p.m.
2 p.m. sharp.
Yeah, only take 20s.
Hey, a 20's a 20, bro.
Yeah, 20's a 20.
So Ray, before we go into Austin FC, I always say as the guest, we want to highlight a little bit about you or a lot about you. Can you let us know where did you grow up and how did your childhood shape the person you are today?
So I grew up here in the North Austin suburbs area, like Round Rock. So a lot of my family was in West Texas, with like Fort Stockton. The area where my grandparents were in Fort Stockton, they had a restaurant called Sarah's Cafe. It was my great grandma's restaurant. My grandma owned it after my great grandma passed away, and every summer I would get dropped off when I was 8 or 9 and work the whole summer, waiting tables, bussing, vacuum cleaning, washing dishes. It was instilled in me to work hard, and I worked hard a lot. And my grandma I didn't get paid very much. It was like she only paid me like a quarter a day. Usually I get like $20 a week or yeah, but it helped me appreciate everything I got. Because I would get a free meal every day, which is great. Thank you, Grandma. I get to eat. You
didn't have to worry about food.
No, I didn't have to worry about food.
That's good.
No breakfast, just lunch.
Yeah.
You gotta keep them working.
But then my mom was working at Dell. That's what made us move out to here. Father wasn't in the picture, so it was just usually me and my mom, or me by myself, because my mom was always working 2 or 3 jobs, help keep a roof over her head. So I was one of those kind of like, not bad kid. I mean, like, I was kind of bad, but I didn't get in too much trouble. I just had to, like, I was very hyper and
what?
still, but I almost, like, when my mom told me, like, she almost put me on Ritalin because how bad I was. I was like everywhere. But one of her friends, Chester, put me in soccer, so that's how I fell in love and playing the sport. And like ever since I was like 2 or 3, I just kicked the ball around, and to help, it's like it's meditation for me. It's free therapy, because playing the sport or watching the sport is just takes your mind away from the world and all the bad things that are happening. It just feels great. It's I love it. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm part of this culture.
When did you first say, you know what, I have love for Real Madrid that I know I had?
So I am half Mexican and half Portuguese. My grandpa is the Portuguese side, and Luis Figo was in like one of my players that I followed, and I started getting into it. And then we didn't have cable, so it was just either hearing it from him or hearing it from friends of where he may have gone. So that whole thing that happened like in 2000, 2001 when he left Barcelona and went to Real Madrid. That's when I just started watching that, and the Galacticos, and Ronaldo, the original Ronaldo, and Roberto Carlos, and I just fell. I have a Real Madrid when they used to be sponsored by Siemens Mobile.
Yeah,
Mobile. Still got
That's
that jersey.
a long time ago.
Got that jersey still. It's
I
blue.
thought you were gonna say you had a tattoo.
Yeah. No.
Siemens.
I only got one club.
He has like Teca, Siemens, Samsung.
Teca, yeah.
RealMadrid.com.
Yeah.
and on the logo.
In the logo.
And that's when I fell in love, and just watching them growing up, man. They've been successful for so long because they found a formula. They found how things work, and what does not work, they push it out of the club. And he's just a very smart businessman, and I love the club. I was in high school, and I was playing a lot more. I was playing a lot of pickup. I was playing high school ball, and that's when I just fell in love with Madrid. And my mom gave me the jersey, and that's all she wrote.
You were gonna say something, Rigo?
No, just did you ever have like this more like like any connection to like the FIFA games or anything like that? Just 'cause
Yeah,
that's where like a lot of those players, you're like, oh,
Nintendo,
shit.
Nintendo 64. Yeah,
This-
yeah.
yeah. Like,
Used to play those a lot, and
where you fall in love with a lot of that stuff too.
yeah, I used to play FIFA. Still try to play FIFA with my kid, and Michael plays a lot of FIFA sometimes, and he's on and off. Sometimes he wants to play, sometimes he don't. You know, teenagers are. They just
He doesn't like losing.
no. I mean, no kids like losing. I didn't like losing, man. I still don't like losing. You know.
Yeah, we shared the pitch. All three of us shared the pitch in the tournament, and yeah, we don't like losing.
Yeah, we get very frustrated. We yell.
Yell, get red.
Except for Rigo, he's still quiet on the pitch. It's weird. He just grunts.
You just can't hear me.
Yeah.
So, like, say growing up, half Mexican, half Portuguese. How was that for you? Like, did you get to experience the Portuguese culture? Like, even though it was
No, not as much. It was more of the Latin or Mexican culture because my grandma my grandpa was helping out with the restaurant, and it wasn't. They spoke a lot of Spanish, which is weird. I wish I would have grown up. Like my Spanish is, I'm a little bit no sabo, but I speak enough not to get stabbed.
Yeah.
So I can make it around.
No, wait, no.
I just I wish Spanish was spoken to me a lot more growing up, but it didn't. My grandma owned a Mexican restaurant, you know, and that it's like, why didn't you know Spanish? I don't know. My mom didn't speak it because like that time in West Texas is it wasn't a lot of Latin. There was Latin people, but it was still like you can't speak that.
Yeah.
So
not too popular.
Yes. So it didn't get stuck in my head. So but no, it was mostly Mexican or Tex-Mex, Latin, all that stuff. The Portuguese stuff I've been just learning on my own when I was growing up in high school. Just I didn't know this, but Boston, we went to watch Portugal versus Mexico before the World Cup in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And Boston has a huge Portuguese community. Did not know that at all.
Yeah.
And that's where I experienced a lot of that culture and
Okay.
a lot of the food, a lot of restaurants. It was great. I loved it. And like it makes like a lot of the like our waiters, they're from Portugal. They look just like my grandpa. It was crazy. It was crazy just seeing that. To my wife, was like, "Holy cow, that's my grrampa. What the heck?"
They look like Ray bald headed.
Yeah, nah. My grandpa was. Yeah, he's a stud, man. That boy, he's walking around and start strutting. But
so you gone to Europe, right? Like you recently went to
Yes.
Europe. You got to experience Real Madrid in person. Was it your first time, or have you gone in the past?
that was my first trip to Europe. I do try to travel as much as I can. We've been to like Southeast Asia, South America, Mexico, a lot of parts. But
Mexico like 5 times a year.
and yeah, I try to. It's a cheap flight, man. I love it.
Because of water, I will.
Yeah, Oaxaca, Mexico City. So, but anyways, yeah, it's my first time in Europe. Europe, yeah, Madrid is a beautiful city. A lot of culture, a lot of good food, a lot of walking. You take the metro rail to anywhere around that city, and you can hop off, get a tapas beer, hop to another place, tapas beer, or go to like vintage stores. My kid's into like vintage soccer jerseys. Cool, me too.
Yeah.
So we go and walk to these places. I love Madrid, and it's like easy train ride. Europe is great for trains to like other cities.
Mm-hmm.
Like we took a 30-minute train to Toledo, and we took a 30-minute train to Segovia. We can't do that here in the States. Like the infrastructure sucks here. I hate it, but it's life. But Madrid was beautiful. I loved it. And going to the games, I went to the Real Madrid versus RB Leipzig Champions League game. It was amazing. La Liga game for Real Madrid. And then my kid got invited to go to train and play there through Lone Star.
Okay.
And that's why we made a trip out of it. So it was a fun time. Fun family trip. Another one.
You guys like say from what I'm seeing is like you guys like to invest a lot of, like resources. Like that comes monetary on Michael, so he can experience a lot of the stuff that you probably didn't get to experience when you were younger. How is it like for you? Because you're also getting to experience some of that, even though you're not in the field, but you're actually like getting to go places and taking your kid. Like as a father, how's that for you?
It's great because I get to have a miniature me that actually loves the sport as much as me. Because we try to incorporate soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, into our trip. Because I always make it a thing, and he's cool with it too, to buy a soccer ball and we'll play with it. Either we'll find a pitch, or we'll play with kids, or we'll play with adults. because he's at that age now, and he loves it. And at the end of the trip, we'll give it away to a less fortunate kid. That's our thing that we always do. Like, he didn't go to Thailand with us, but I did it in Thailand. When he went to Bali with us, I did it in Bali. We carried a soccer ball. I took a traveling pump. I used to pump it up and deflate it and put it in my backpack. And when we go, we played soccer on the beach with a couple of Balinese kids and adults. It was fun. Did it in Colombia. We played futsal in Colombia, Peru. We did it in Lima, Mexico. Different parts of Mexico. He loves the sports just as much as I do, and I love to show him the experience, just like how I got to show it with him, with Austin FC, with the club and all that.
So he didn't go to Thailand with you?
No,
so you went by yourself?
No, no. Me and my wife went. We did a backpacking trip. We went for like 2 or 3 weeks. We went island hopping. We went full moon party. We did all the touristy stuff because growing up in like our freshman year of high school, we had this friend named Cake. We call him Cake or Pastel. He's from Thailand. His real name is American name, or not American name, is legal name is Napkrop Buswani. And freshman year of high school, when he moved here, taught him English. He didn't know a lick of English. He had his little keyboard to learn English, which is crazy. We had several classes together, and he hung out with us. He just liked hanging out with us, and so we taught him English. And like growing up, and like he's always been our boy. And he owns a restaurant in South Austin. It's really good Thai food. It's like one of the most authentic
at the moment, like presently.
Yes, it's authentic. Yeah, he still owns a restaurant.
What's the name of it? Because I like eating Thai food. That's why.
His restaurant now, because he used to own a food truck called What's Up, like WAZ Zap, but he sold that, and he has one down south. Dang, he's gonna hate me for this. Forget it. Thai Taste. Okay. Thai Taste, and it's delicious.
I have to check it out now.
It's amazing. It's in Dripping Springs technically, but it's amazing Thai food.
Yeah.
Tell him I sent you, man. He'll give you the full deal, and he'll give you
the Ray special.
Yeah. He'll give you the Ray special, but and he loves soccer too. And I try to invite him to games, but now he has like 2 kids, so it's kind of hard life and all that stuff. But Thailand's and he spent a month there while we're there for like 2 weeks, and he shows around. He shows the alleys.
That's cool, man. That's cool. It's funny how, like, say, not funny. It's how you're taking a ball and then you give it to less fortunate. I think like that, like soccer. That's how big soccer is in the world. And a lot of people that I remember in high school, you would have kids that don't know English, but the only way you can see them have confidence and they were good, it was in the field. Yeah. And then from that, like they got the respect from everybody, like, and everybody like liked them at the end of the day.
And for you too, like getting into another place and like being able to share that, and just like you don't feel like an outsider for maybe anymore,
Yeah,
like, it kicks off the trip so nicely.
And it's like it's usually the kids that we give the ball to, and like their eyes are like, really? Yeah, man, have it. Have it. Take it. Have fun with it, man. Enjoy this. Enjoy it. Because like they don't. It's unfortunate, but they can't. It's not their priority to buy a soccer ball.
Yeah.
It's the last thing on their mind, or they have a friend that has one, but they want one, and just seeing that, it's amazing. It makes the whole trip, like all the stuff we've done, seeing their smile on their face is amazing.
That's cool, man. And like say with being involved, like you're constantly like in events for like Austin FC related.
Can I pee real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Can we cut it off?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Back from break. So, you got to, you're seeing Michael, it makes everything for you guys when you guys go on trips. And then like say, like you and your wife, and like whenever, she sees you involved in all the community things, like how does she feel about it? She's like, I'm proud of my husband. Look at him. He's in the stand.
Yes and no. She loves that I'm doing this, because it's my expression, or it's my I get to all the of life, all the anger of life, or all the stress. I get to release it, and it's a lot of community involvement. So now it's more of a scheduling thing. So like I gotta spend time. I love to spend time with her, but I just have to balance. Is a best way to do it, because you have to balance that stuff with Michael's soccer, her schedule. You have to have date night, stuff like that, because you can't make this. I love it, but you can't make this take over your whole life. And but no, she always tells her friends, "Hey, that's my husband. And she's yep.
I thought you were gonna say she wanted you to get out, let out some energy.
Yeah, cuando llegues, I'll relieve from, like, all right, now we can talk.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I always ask people, like, whenever they come, like, how does your significant other feel about it, or your family too, and like everybody says, like, it's a balance. Like, you have that balance, you're good.
Yeah, you just gotta have the balance. You gotta work. It took a while to get used to it because, like, the first year, we were going hard because we had to make sure everything was perfect, especially with Rigo because that boy's a perfectionist. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. No, you can't do that.
And then it doesn't work.
And it doesn't work. See what happens? I told you it wasn't gonna work. So it the first year was.
The show's not about me, right?
You just mad because I know how to say your voice.
Igualito.
Igualito.
How do you say that in English?
Igualito?
Igual.
Like the same.
Same, yeah.
Little same.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound as good though.
But the first year we were going hard, so she was getting upset and taking a step back. I understand, so I had to take a step back and figure out the schedules and figure out I can't do all these events, or I can't go here, or I can't go there because I have to be able to spend time with the family and stuff like that. And then what the second year, what I guess didn't upset her. She was more proud. Michael got involved, my kid.
Yeah,
he wanted to play the bombo. So
and the results too.
Yeah, the results were better that year. Yeah, so he was excited. So that year was the second year was by far my favorite because he was involved.
Yeah,
and he wanted to learn an instrument. Never knew how to play an instrument in his life. He has no musical background other than me singing in the morning, washing dishes, or just yelling whatever I want and like just listening to kind of music.
Yeah,
and he learned it in a month. So I bought him the bumbo from Argentina when everybody ordered their bumbos from La Murga. I was like, yeah, I'll buy one for him too. I had a blank slate, and I had one of my friends, Javi, that also painted Danny's bumbo. My kid, he was into Dragon Ball Z, so he drew Goku, and it looked good. And then I had somebody make the edges look better, and I got it printed out. I had a lot of people help me out with that. And I had the dragon drone drew on the side of the bumbo, and it came out great. And then I donated it to Murga, but that's another story. But it was great to watch him evolve into a bumbo, not master, but like a month a kid to learn to play a bumbo, because that's a very hard instrument to play. Yeah,
I would imagine. And then he also like started doing photography, and then we all got in trouble.
Yes, and that was great too. He got really into photography, and we bought him. I didn't have to, but I wanted to. I bought a mechanic to help express himself, because he's very, very creative kid, and I love that about him, because with you helping him out, with Duke, Javi, all y'all helping him out was greatly appreciated. He loved it. That was probably the second year was best part, because he was always there every game. He always wanted to go with me. He was like tied to me. I loved it.
Nice. That's good. And like say now, like the results haven't been good. Sports 2023 wasn't the best, but like say how is that for you now? In the year 3, year 3.
Last year?
Yeah.
The results?
Yeah. Like say how was like the dynamic for you guys? So
he was getting into club soccer a lot more.
Okay.
So it was a little bit, he was getting frustrated because we had practice every Tuesday. So it was kind of hard to balance that, him playing. So I think he was getting burnt out with it. So that's why most likely why he stopped playing. But I forced him to play that one extra year, because we don't quit. If I'm going to spend all this money, if everybody in the community is going to spend the time to help you learn, you're going to show the appreciation. You're going to play one more year, because it's going to teach you in the long run. Now he appreciates that I did it for him. So, but the games losing all that last year, it sucked. And it was just all downhill.
Like, so the reason why I was asking is because, like, say at his age, right? How old is he right now? 14?
14.
So, like, my nephew, he's very similar, like, always into photography. He's a guitar player. And then my niece, she's also starting to get, like, pretty busy with her things. And she's 11 years old. It's like, they're growing up seeing all these people that are doing something. So they feel motivated by it, you know? And then from that, who knows what they're going to do in the future. Sometimes you can be like say, I don't know, maybe and down the line he's gonna pick up photography again and then become one of the best photographers in Austin, or he's gonna become a musician or whatever he wants to do. But the fact that you guys are sort of giving them options to like, hey, there's a lot in this world you can do. You just gotta put yourself out there and do the work and put the work in.
Yeah,
I think that's what matters. And yeah, the results are, at the end of the day, they're secondary, but the one thing is just the experience is like the most important.
Yeah, I always try to let them know the experience that you have with me, you're always going to remember. You're not going to remember the results of the games. You're always going to remember the experience with me or what you got to do, because a lot of kids don't get to do what you have done. They don't get to travel as much as you do. They don't get to have floor access to taking pictures. And his photography was really good. I liked it. He's very creative, and he stopped doing that. Just teenagers, man. Just find something.
He'll get back into it.
Yeah, I hope so. Someone just needs to give him that push.
And he has like those roots now that he'll like whenever he needs a creative outlet, like he knows where to go back to. He's got some rhythm.
Yeah.
He's got the photography.
Come back and play Repique. Yeah. You never know. Just banging.
There we go. Or take the the capo stand.
Yeah.
Ray retires and you see
I can retire him for life. No, my niece wants to though. My niece, she's really y'all probably seen her. She wants to become a capo, so she's gonna get her car or license. So I'm gonna start bringing her out to practice, and
nice.
She's gonna drive you.
Yeah, hopefully. She lives right down the street.
Nice. That's good, man. I appreciate you sharing that. I always like to ask this because then it gives a little more also to the audience. Like, hey, at the end of the day, studying, we're all doing this and that, but there was human beings that we have lives, and we're, we have something going on in our lives as well besides Austin FC. So just highlighting that is also important, from my point of view.
Wait,
he
didn't tell us about the stadium. The stadium experience. Tell us more.
Oh, the Real Madrid?
You said it was the biggest, but or it was the nicest stadium you've been.
Yeah, the Bernabeu.
Tell us about the culture. Tell us.
So I wish we had this here.
What you learned?
A lot of stuff. So I went to 3 different European games. Of course, Real Madrid, and then the package that we bought for the kids also included another game, which would end up being Atletico Madrid versus Inter Milan. And then I got to see Real Betis, but they play in Rayo, which is like 20 minutes south of Real Madrid.
A train or?
Yeah, we took a metro rail down there. But their culture is because it's Europe, so you have these smaller streets where you can hang out, drink, eat, get food. I wish we had that here, because we got an open parking lot outside of Austin FC. Instead of all that parking lot get taken away from people parking, why not give at least half of it to the people that actually bring the noise to the stadium? Let us go barbecue, let us drink, let us have fun, let us create a culture. But in Europe, they already have that, and I wish we had that here, because there's one street when you walk into the Bernabeu, once you get off the train and go right, is all the Real Madrid fans are chanting, they're popping pyro, they're popping huge fireworks. It just sounds like explosions, and people are eating tapas, drinking. I mean, it's amazing, because like everybody's conversating, and then everybody will stop eating, they're doing swallow, and they start chanting with everybody else, which is an amazing scene. And like I recorded a lot, and I usually don't take my phone out to record a lot of that stuff, but I had to, because I love that culture and I love that vibe. But Leti was the same way. Unfortunately, like there's a lot of traffic. The bus that we took, we couldn't see like their pre-match stuff, what they did. But inside the stadium, everybody was chanting, everybody was whistling at the away fans, which Inter Milan, their away fans, they're nuts. Yeah. Because inside the square that we were at, there was like probably 2,000 of them in Madrid, chanting, screaming, drinking. Those guys are crazy. And we had one of the parents was from Italy, and he was recording the whole thing. He was almost crying because he loved to see that, because he got to see his language getting spoken in front of him, and especially in Spain. And then Rayo, man, that's like more of a working class kind of stadium. It's more grungy, man. Like people are cussing each other. It's fun.
Feels intense.
Yeah, it's very intense. I took my kid with me, and he was like, I think everybody's gonna fight each other.
You're like, let's watch.
Yeah. So I wish that
Yeah.
The atmosphere before the game. I wish Austin FC would open a parking lot for us everybody to get together, and at least share, like, that would give us a chance to share our chants with everybody. Share, like, who are you in the Capital Stand, or who are you playing the Mambo, or who are you playing the Repique?
Yeah.
That sees the face to face instead of this like little,
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it toxic Facebook group, always just talking about us. They used to a lot. You know, a little calm down right now.
Yeah.
But that stuff right there, it'll stop. Because little keyboard warriors will stop unless you come talk to us face to face.
Yeah.
And we can show you how we are. We're actually pretty cool people.
Yeah.
We like to drink. We like to eat. We'll grill for you, give you a hamburger, hot dog. But Austin MC needs to open that platform for us in order to contribute to the community, because it'd be a great thing for everybody. And hopefully bring everybody to chant in the stands. Everybody, the whole stadium.
Yeah. Because, like, say, it's like, and it goes back to, like, at the end of the day, like, we're up, you know, doing this, volunteers, you know, especially in La Murga. So whenever you, like, say, you're always going to say something out of ignorance because you don't know. Like, a lot of these people, they don't know you guys.
Yeah.
So they don't know really, like, the behind the scenes, and, like, how do you come up with a song? How do you come up with, like, organizing all this stuff that they're doing? So it's easier to say something when you don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But once they get to know someone, like, oh, okay,
Oh, now
you guys are actually pretty cool. Like, I like you guys.
Yeah, we had people come out to our practice
Yeah.
and like, oh, that's why you're doing those hand signals, or that's why you'll do it this way. Yeah, come out, get to know us.
Yeah.
And to open that platform, Austin FC needs to open a parking lot. That'd be the best way. Because people walk by us or walk by that zebra gate all the time.
Mhm.
There's no reason for all that. We need just give us the platform.
And there's not a very relevant, like, pre-match environment outside our stadium. And that's, it helps a lot, right? Like, when you have a space, a space where the community can just kind of go
Hang our banners. I mean, we see people
have a beer, or
see us.
hang out. But everything is very like, oh, we have to walk a mile to the stadium, or half a mile, or whatever.
If you want people to be there early, let us have a open space in this parking lot. Let's have it. You don't need all those cars to be. Y'all make enough money already, okay?
All those activations that I'm like, they're really not bringing in people like the way they think they are.
No, they're just because we bring a lot of people are watching us most of the time because they like, holy crap, they're throwing beer, they're throwing water, they're chanting loud.
Yeah, we'd have a great space to practice chants, test out new stuff out there. Like,
it would help.
get
It would
people
help the
close to
culture.
it.
That too.
Come
And then-
see what.
Then
what's
MLS
up.
has this whole no pyros, no smoke rule around there. Outside, I understand inside, whatever. Outside of it, it's confusing for me. But they post what people do, but they don't want it to happen. But you post it or reshare it.
It is interesting how, like say, the pyro thing. Like, man, it's actually adding more to it and taking away. Like, yes, you can clean up afterwards. I mean, that's what you hire people to do things. Like, you know, you build it, you have the infrastructure to do it. Like, just allow it.
Yeah.
But like, one last thing, like, say, when you went to Spain, you're working on, like, you know, Spanish. How was that for you? Like, you know, all Spanish. Like, were you able to get around?
Yeah, because like, well, my wife was there. She helps out a lot, but she forces me to say a lot of the stuff and learn. I got Google Translate, so that's always helped me out. Like, I've gone to Mexico by myself without her.
Mhm.
Like, me and my kid went to Tulum for like a week. And he's like, how are we gonna communicate? I told him, like, language is not a barrier. You'll figure it out, man.
Yeah.
Like, we've been to countries where
He's like, well, we just won't get the discounts.
he's like, it's like, we've been to Thailand, we've been to Bali. Like, we didn't know what they were speaking, but we figured it out, and we had a good time. He ended up like, oh, okay. So I knew enough Spanish. To what to order or Google Translate. And
Sounds like Michael needs to take some Spanish classes.
that fool has 125 in Spanish right now, and his Spanish is not as good. It's like, how does it make sense? What do you? You're cheating. You're cheating. You're cheating. I'm not gonna tell your mom, but you're cheating. I'm not stupid.
Interesting. That's cool. Before we go into Austin, anything else?
Oh,
Good.
one more. Tell us about that Austin kid in Madrid. For the people that didn't see your story.
Oh,
and what'd you think of that too? Because, like, I think just having an Austin player there should be pretty inspiring to all the kids that went to play.
Yeah. So when this Lone Star package that we booked, we got to train. The kids got to train like different places. One of them being Real Madrid City. Real Madrid City has a training facility, and it is massive. It is humongous. It is amazing. It's beautiful. They have all you need.
Valdebebas.
Yes, the women's team plays there, and that even that portion is beautiful. We were walking, and we were told we're gonna have a special guest. I was hoping Luis Figo, but nope, wasn't there. But it was actually a little bit better. It was this kid named not kid, he's 20, but Guillermo Ruiz. He is from Austin, an Austin native, which was crazy. So his backstory is he trained with Lone Star Academy as a little kid. Grew up here, played Lone Star all his life, DA, all that as a keeper. He ended up signing a contract with Real Madrid for their academy for 3 years. He was there. He talked to the kids in the locker room. He trained with the kids while they were training. Tell them what to do, what they're doing different. Tell them not to argue with each other. Hey, stop that. I love that. That guy is amazing. And then he also went to had a game later on that day. He took a train or he drove. I don't know how he got there to that game. He's watched the kids play. Then on top of that, the hotel that we were staying at, he went there and hung out with the kids while we were eating. Yeah. Just talked to him the whole time, gave him his story of what they need to do or talk about soccer, just being himself because he missed Austin. He misses this city. And hopefully when he comes back, because he has a break, he's going to be back. I got his information. We can get him to do the heartbeat for one of the games, because that's one of those things that you don't get to experience. Not a lot of people get to experience as being in the front of the stage and beating that drum, because all eyes are on you. And for him, growing up in the city, playing soccer in this city and coming back, because not a lot of kids get to go to Real Madrid, sign a contract and get paid. That's like on top of his list, and he's doing it. He's living the dream and telling all those kids that day. It inspired them, so their game changed a lot. I've seen a lot of them up their game up.
They have it's like Michael, for example. Like after hearing him, how is he now? Like seeing the pitch, or the way
his game has stepped up a lot. It's crazy because like in Europe, they play physical, they pulling, they're bodying, and the things I've told him to do. Yeah, he does it sometimes, but not as hard. But as soon as he came back, his game has stepped up. His coaches have noticed. Yeah, like I've been training a lot with him, and he's doing really well, and I'm proud of him.
Knocking you over?
No, not yet. Not yet.
No. He said he's going to start hitting the gym.
Now we're going to start lifting weights. He's trying to bulk up and put some weight on so we can start knocking people out. But it's Guillermo Ruiz. He's an amazing gentleman kid, whatever. He's 20 years old, and he's hopefully moves far in his career. And he's just an inspiration to them.
Like the caliber of impact that would happen if we have him debuted in the Bernabeu from Austin.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was like a little, not a little, but like from Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, you got like Christian Pulisic or different players from the USA's national team. They're playing in Europe.
Right.
It's amazing to see that, but they're not from Texas. Or I mean, like you got what's his name? Deuce from these play USA. He's a commentator now.
Hercules Gomez.
No, not Hector Gomez.
Dude, I know who
you're talking about.
We all know his name.
He's from Nacogdoches. I can't believe I'm getting his name.
You're making me blank out.
Yeah, I blanked out really bad because
he's a commentator right now. Clint
Dempsey. Clint Dempsey. Yeah. So I mean, like and he's from a really small town, Nacogdoches. So
y'all want a beer?
Well,
I'm gonna pee again. God damn it.
Austin FC, what do you guys think of the team's form in the past 6 matches?
6, like the beginning? I'll let you go first. I got a lot of things to say. Go ahead, go first.
No, you can go.
No, you can go.
It's about you. I mean, if we go back 6 matches, I think we're in the same place, but at least the home matches, like the away matches we've had 2 away matches where basically almost no shots, like Orlando and Seattle. They defended well in Seattle, but we're trying to find that balance, right? Especially in the home games, which we did well this game against Dallas. But we can't control that, but they have a lot of injuries. But I think it's still good for the guys to get that win. And basically keep that possession. And I mean, if people consider it a practice game or whatever, right? Like it was a good practice, and or whatever it is, right? I'm not trying to minimize it, but for me, it was a good game. It was exciting. The ball was on, like we're close to scoring most of the match, and I think that's what the crowd wanted, right? Q2 Stadium needs to wake up again. It's been a long and a lot of no wins, but I think it was pretty solid, and we got to see like a lot of good stuff from a lot of players. Rubio, fuck, dude, that good. He's so good. He fights so much, and that's the type of player we want to see setting the example. Obviously, Drusi as well. He's a fighter, and that's the example he needs to be setting, playing forward. And then Gascantes coming back from international break and scoring, all those things. Obrian too, fighting up there. So, I don't know, Ray.
This last Dallas game, they should have been playing that from the start of the season. Because like the Orlando game, they were missing like 8 players as well. And watching on TV, everybody was timid. Everybody did not want to move forward. Even Drusi, they look out of sync. He didn't look like he wanted the ball much, or I don't know what's going on. But like this whole season, it's just been horrible. Like this whole parking the bus or putting extra defenders. I know injuries happen, but I don't know if I was a coach and I had the resources, especially the season ended last year in October. Take a break, cool. 2-3 weeks off, cool. We got you're gonna coach next season. Why don't you reach out, Roto? Why don't you reach out to Pep? Can I go spend a month with Pep? Learn from him, and like engulf your knowledge and his knowledge.
Since you're really trying to play his style.
Yeah. Stop playing this broke Berhalter ball, because I'm tired of it. It's USA man. You're playing the same way as USA man said. It's boring. When USA was playing Jamaica, it's boring. That's the same way that Wolf is just implementing in these guys. Cross the ball and let's see what happens. No, that doesn't work. You have resources, use them. You had 2 months off. You had November and December to go and learn a different coaching style. Do it. Use the resources you have. But that, to me, that shows he doesn't care. He doesn't want to put the work in. Yeah, you can look on TV and Google, whatever, man. That's not going to work out for you. Yeah. You've played the sport. You know you can learn by being involved, being with that type of culture. Look how Pep talks to his players after the game. This past game, he was talking to I don't even like Man City, but how he talks to the top scorer. What's his name?
Holland.
Holland. Yeah. He talks to him like a little kid. Because he technically is a little kid, but Pep has so much knowledge. They respect him. If you want that respect, Wolf, then you're gonna have to go learn, and you're gonna have to implement those learnings, because he doesn't change the dynamic of the game in the middle of it. He just continues to push. No, my way's better. Push. No, it's not always better. If the coach is changing the tactics, you need to change the tactics, and you could have learned that from Pep. Yeah. You had 2 months to do it. So Wolf is he's just one of those guys that's gonna weed his own self out, and by him not learning, it's not going to make a long career for him. After this, once he's gone, you'd be lucky to coach a USL team.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, you if you want to improve yourself, you have to learn from people better than you. You can't have that cockiness of like, nah, I know what I'm talking about. I got Greg Berhalter. Greg Berhalter, he got fired. He's lucky he's came back. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand him, but yeah, this whole season has been up and down with injuries, with the slow play. But now this Dallas game just changed the whole dynamic. It's like, yes, play like that. Rubio's is an amazing player. He fights. Drusi now is Drusi season 2. Amazing. And Obrian, oh my God, that kid is fast. He's just fast. Be offsides, but hold a little back, buddy. Just hold a little back. It's like 2 steps back and take off. And Danny Perea, he stepped his game, getting called up for Valencia.
Venezuela. Valencia.
We'll say Valencia.
Hey,
Venezuela.
Manifesting.
Yeah, right. Venezuela.
You're selling him already?
No.
Is there something you know that we don't know?
If you want to make your career, you got to go for MLS. You can't park the bus here. But Danny's did amazing. It's like the way he plays, he can move up. He's so quick and fast, and just takes off. And him and Rubio and him and Seba, they all work together. They all work together amazing. Wolf on the wing is a lot better than Rigoni. That boy. Is that the next topic we're going to?
No, that right
Rigoni,
there. Yeah,
Rigoni is the biggest. Man, dude, like you've played with good clubs, and I don't understand why you can't produce. That it doesn't make any sense. Like last year when Zardes was hurt and he played striker, I thought he played a better striker than he did as a winger.
Yeah,
because he was less on the ball,
He
but
started scoring.
he started scoring
because he's a ambidextrous. He can shoot with both
he
feet.
should both lead.
Yeah,
Technically, I don't know, I haven't seen it, but he's a better striker than he is a winger. So he needs to stick to striker if they're going to put him again. But I don't know more. Rubio's got a spot in, and Zardes missed that. I don't know what the hell, he should have scored that, but whatever.
So I was like Wolf, right? Wolfito, Owen. Man, just on the wing. He played good in 2022. Like, why didn't we think of keeping him in that position as a winger for 2023 instead of bringing him to the middle and take Ring's spot?
Nepotism.
Like,
nepotism.
Yeah,
like, I'm going to say it. Nepotism.
Yeah,
Keep your kid in. You want your kid to shine and see more touches on the ball so you can go and play in Europe. It's nepotism, and it sucks to say. Or if Wolf listens to it, that he says he doesn't, but we know you do. It's you don't want to hear it, and it's true. You want your kid. I understand because I have a kid to play soccer, and I want him to play midfield or want to get more touches on the ball so he moves farther, but. Play his position, man. He's a better the winger than he is a midfielder because when he plays midfield, he gets beat off the ball, he gets lazy, and he's not a very creative player. Mm-hmm. He's just like your coaching, not very creative.
Do you think you think he wants him just because he's younger? He'll have more energy, like playing off that in the middle and just trying to get the ball back, but it's not really working though.
Yeah, it's not because even if you had the middle, like say the energy, right? You're wasting so much resource like he has, which is the age, on forcing him to play a position that he is not. You already have players that can do it, but he could work out because if you look at like this past game, it was him and Finley on the right, O'Brien and Jimenez on the left. And it felt like they were all in sync. And the goals that we got scored on, it wasn't from the sides. It was, in the middle. Because they understand they don't have to overlap. And like there's times I didn't see a lot of overlapping as they usually do. I saw them like, hey, the left backs and the right backs were actually playing more defensive than they used to. And, you're not opening spaces, so when you get a counterattack, you have a Lumos Verga. Like, there's a lot of things that I saw, like, okay, a lot of improvements. There's still some more things that can get done, but there's a lot of good stuff that we saw, especially from Druzy. I remember, what was it, like, earlier this year when we was, like, after the break, where did we see each other? And you told me, like, man, you seen Druzy's, like stories, like him working out?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you can see it on his face, like whenever he's hungry for it, like you can see it in his eyes
he's
too.
Putting the work in.
Yeah, and you can see that in the field, like everything that he did. Yeah, he probably got hurt, or I don't know what could have happened with an injury, right? But you can see that from the moment he stepped in the field, as a sub in the first game was against who were we playing when he came in?
Oh, Orlando.
The one before.
Yeah. Minnesota.
Yes.
I
don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I wasn't here.
St. Louis.
St. Louis. There's St. Louis.
And you can see it on his eyes. Even whenever he couldn't go like 100%, you can see him not getting fed up and not throwing his hands like, complaining like he was last year. Like last year, someone messed up and he would throw like a Messi fit. Like, oh, what the hell? And this time, like, fuck it. Like, someone messes up, he helps him like get the ball back. Yeah. And he did a lot of that today. Like, even to the end of the game, the game ended on the left side of the field. Yeah. Vito, O'Brien, and Druzy against 5.
There's a scruffle, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I saw that, yeah.
And I have video, like, I have pictures, like, compared to the home game against St. Louis in this game. I try to, I always think of the amount of pictures you take, because we're attacking. So if we're attacking more, I'm going to get a lot more content to put out. If we're attacking less, I'm only gonna get like 10 pictures. St. Louis game,
Yeah.
15 pictures total.
Oh, dang.
That they were actually attacking. And this one right here, about a good 50 pictures of guys just running, attacking, defending, taking the ball, us with the ball in their side. It doesn't matter if Dallas was playing with 5 injured players or not. Like, you have to capitalize on the fact that, hey, if they're not 100%, it's not our fault.
Yeah, you gotta go do your job.
Yeah. And as of course, we're talking about Rubio right now. You were saying he's killing it. O'Brien and Vito, both of them, like 3 of them came in this season. They look like they're the reinforcements for the main team. What do you guys think of them at the moment? How would you rate their performance? Rubio, O'Brien, and Vito.
Rubio's is a workhorse. I love him. He just fights for the ball. He'll run back. He'll run back up. He'll score goals. That's what you need from him. O'Brien, he's also another workhorse. He's fast. He's not scared to take people on. I love that. I love the confidence in him. O'Brien, he hasn't gotten too much minutes, but hopefully he gets more. I mean, like, MLS is different from the league in Brazil. So it's just him working in and figuring out whatever Wolf Paul is that week. I don't know. But he's a creative player. I mean, he scored. So, I mean, he can do things. He can put the ball behind the net. So that's always good, especially as a defender. That's all they're scoring right now is defenders. But, they're doing good. I'm glad we got him in. It's good signings.
Yeah, Vito looks really comfortable on the ball too, and just trying to get out the back.
Yeah,
it was nice that he got to score. Like he said, we already said O'Brien too, man. We haven't had a player that wants to go on those one-on-ones in a while, and a lot of the ones we do, like Finley, he'll probably pass it and then ask for it back, kind of thing, and he's been pretty effective at that, but. It's interesting to see a player like that, like O'Brien, and he's adding to the team, right? Like, we need to add more pieces, but at least you can see some of the players that came, and he came from Dallas too, right? So he looked pretty confident.
Didn't get much playing time over there.
Yeah,
you lost. Oh, y'all did lost. Sorry, Dallas, Frisco.
And Rubio, obviously, I was looking him up a lot, but like when we talked about him in the first the beginning of the season, and I couldn't find too much of him. Like, he seemed to just not be playing or getting too many minutes. So I think he probably came at a good cost, and he's producing, right, and just fighting and infecting the rest of the people.
It's one of those like fresh starts. Like, I am with a new team. Let me make a name myself, and he's making a name for himself.
Kind of Diego.
Yeah. So, so yeah. I mean, the first start's always good sometimes, and he's doing great for us. I'm glad.
One player that, man, like you mentioned earlier, Rigoni, chance after chance after chance after chance. He did, okay when he was playing as a striker, but do you guys think now? Do you guys think Wolf is confident in putting him in the pitch now with O'Brien playing and killing it? Or do you guys think, what? Yeah. Like, I don't think he's going to be making it and then get transferred out in the summer.
Man, I don't know, man. Like, Rigoni he's not producing. He's not. I wish maybe he had 2 years to figure out the system and still hasn't. I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, you're a professional for a reason. You're making this amount of money for a reason, and he's not showing it for, especially a DP caliber is what we paid for, and we're not getting that. We're getting a dollar store caliber right now, and it's frustrating to see him play and try to take people on the wing, and it doesn't work out, and try to see him shoot it, and he skies it. It's I don't know. He's legally stealing money from us. Is what he's doing. I mean, that's the best way to put it. He's legally stealing money from us, and I'm glad Wolf benched him, because hopefully it sends a message to him. It's like, hey, maybe I do need to improve. Maybe I need to stay after practice and work on it. If he doesn't stay after practice and work on it, then you already know his his case is just he's just riding the wave and not wanting to improve. So go back to Brazil, I guess, if you don't want to do that.
Do you think it has to do with the style of the game, or it's just? I mean,
Nah, man, he played in Brazil. I mean,
like playing for Wolf,
Russia, Brazil.
Brazil. I mean, if you're a professional player and you get paid that much, you should be able to adjust to that style. I mean, it's like if I got a new job and I'm not doing well, don't perform, yeah, you might get fired. But unfortunately, you're in a contract and you can't.
I'm just sending you up so you can say it.
Yeah, you might get fired, but I mean, you have to pay that stupid kind of money to let
them go.
People let them go. And Austin FC's unfortunately, it is. I mean, it is a business, and if we want to stay afloat, we have to be smart with our money. And Roto's hopefully he's slow cooking right now, man. He's been in Texas too long, man. He's smoking.
He's still marinating.
He's marinating the meat, man. Hopefully he's cooking something this summer, man. When that I heard some rumors of some players, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see.
De repente el Macue Robles. So predictions. Based on what you have seen so far, where do you guys think Austin will end the table at the end of the season?
Far.
I am hoping for playoffs. Just making the playoffs, because once you get in the playoffs, it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's and MLS keeps on changing the rules, but us making playoffs like the way they changed the system, us not making playoffs last year was horrible.
Yeah.
We're just a crap. It's a shit system how MLS has it set up. Mm-hmm. It's a system we should have been into the playoffs, and we didn't. So we should, the way we're playing as we did in Dallas, or Frisco, we should make it playoffs. I'm hoping playoffs, and then crossing fingers from there.
I feel like there's. I'm gonna go back a little bit before the question, but there seems like we have a more consistent starting 11. Do y'all feel? Which I don't know if it comes from pressure on Wolf or like where that's coming from, but it's tough because once those subs are in, you feel sometimes that the team can kind of drop, but it's a long season, and I'm hoping we make playoffs as well, but it would get to summer and get some of those signings and just kind of keep in the fight, right? I think even last season, like we were still maintaining ourselves in that fight, but right after Leagues Cup is when we dropped. But from what it sounds like, like hopefully something big comes in the summer and we can move some pieces and be competitive.
Yeah, man, because I think of it this way, right? You know, talking about a business, like you have to watch what you spend, but you also have a consumer base that does invest in the team, and they're voicing their frustrations, and you know they're starting to do it a little more publicly now. So a smaller number, but if the results don't come the way they put the effort on it and then everything else, that is gonna continue to grow. Like the bad things are always gonna grow faster than the good things. There's and everybody has a right to express how they felt, but like say the Wolf Out March, that was a small number of people that came in there, and luckily we got the win. But if we didn't get the win, like against Dallas this past game, if they do another march, you're gonna have a little more people there. You're gonna have a lot more. And towards the end, how's that gonna look for the team, for everybody out there, where everybody's putting in their money and I mean their effort and everything, volunteering wise, but they're not getting the product that they want. So it's like they have to be mindful of that too. It's like, like how Whoop said, I don't care about what people say. You have to care about what people say, because they're the ones that are paying your paycheck. They're the ones that are coming and filling the stadium, whether it's 80% full, 90% full, 100% full. They're out there every game. And then I think Richie said, you know what? He apologized to the fan base. Like, hey, I'm sorry for not winning these games. That's where you start, like, acknowledging, like, we're fucking up. And then from there, we're going to build. Yeah. But it's just, I just see how Wolf doesn't really care about that. It's like, bro, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard to predict where we end up, because he can have a good day and, it can be a good soccer, talk, and it can be a bad day. It could just turn into shit.
Yeah, because comments like that, it's just, you're just stirring the pot. Wolf, when he made that comment, like you're an idiot. And you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because they're deleting our comments. They're deleting everything that we do, or they're trying to stop us from bringing stuff in. It's, you know what's going on, man. Don't act stupid. Don't act brand new. You know the culture. You've been in this type of soccer culture long enough to know what not to say and what to say. You've been trained. Saying stuff like that is stupid.
Yeah.
You're an idiot for saying that. I'm sorry, but you're dumb.
You don't need to stir the pot anymore, right? It's
Yeah.
like, if you don't know, like we're telling you right here, right now, you don't need to stir the pot.
Just say you're sorry and don't say you don't know what's going on. Don't play stupid. You
Yeah.
you know what's going on. You have a phone. Your kid has a phone. He lives with you. So you know what's going on. He probably tells you during breakfast. So don't play dumb. Come on. You're an adult. You know what's going on in the world. You watch the news. You have to stay up to date. Because you're not training to be a better coach, so I know you're looking at some other stuff. So
yeah, no, and it's not just about him. Like he probably feels the pressure. Like that's my only thing with the wolf out thing, right? Like, I'm probably wolf out already, but the main thing is like that shit is gonna divide the players too, right? Like you have players that are getting maybe some of their first opportunities with this coach, right? Like. It's gonna get it can get nasty quick, right? So I think some of these things they say can get misconstructed, but I also think the club needs to really set the foot down. And I don't know how they make culture inside the professional clubs, but for a team like us, that the fans, a lot of people inside the club too, have worked so hard to make Austin FC not look like a small team. Like, I was watching, maybe it was because of the rain, but I was watching Columbus play Tigres yesterday, and the stadium wasn't packed, right? But it's those things, like, we're going to talk all our shit, and we might have a posture, but the stadium's still full. Like, what the fuck are you waiting for, right? Like, are you waiting for the people to leave? Like, no, like, just put that mentality on the players and I think Rodo's probably already doing something about it, but go tell them you need to play for these people, because these people are here for you, for their team, for their city, for their colors. So figure a way to identify with that and make it part of the contract, make it part of the culture. Let them know the first thing, that when they come here, they're playing for these fans and they're playing for the city, and it's no joke. Like, it can get, people are there because they love it. They talk because they love it. They suffer because they love this team.
Yeah,
because we've been to different cities, like traveling away games, and when we go to those cities, you don't, like, we went to LAFC. Did we see anybody with LAFC's hats or jerseys walking around? Or
No.
Columbus? Oh, not Columbus. Denver. We didn't see nobody walking around with jerseys.
yeah.
They're gonna say they have all these other teams. And
You cannot walk but 20 yards, especially at a soccer tournament for kids. Everybody's wearing Austin FC something.
Yeah.
I mean, they need to realize that.
I see more and more in my neighborhood now, and it's like close to Manor.
Yeah. I mean, like, if they want to help Austin live longer than them, then they need to get these new fans. They need to get people to jump on it. They need players that want to fight for the colors, that want to fight for the team. It's simple.
I definitely think those higher ups up there, Rodo, Precourt, like, look at what Wolf is saying, right? You tell us, hey, calm down, like, don't wolf out inside stadiums, like, stuff like that. Like, dude, your coach is saying he doesn't care about the fans' perspective. He can word that shit to make it sound good. Like, hey, we really appreciate the fans and the support. Whatever.
We'll turn the shit around.
When you throw the fucking, I don't look at that. You make it seem like you don't care.
He doesn't care, but he's looking at his nails and checking his
and
cuticles and stuff like that. It's like, that's fucking rude, bro. You're a coach. Yeah. Well, you're a manager.
One thing they like say, okay, you don't care, right? But at least listen to the people that do give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, at least listen to like you guys that are putting in the work, to people that actually do care about this team and go in every weekend, every week, practice and sacrifice a lot of time they can be spending with their families, money they can be spending somewhere else or investing somewhere else. They're investing in the team. If you don't care about what people say, at least focus on the people that actually care for this team, because there are people that care for this team. they're slowly turning their back on you because you're turning your back on them by saying that type of stuff.
And it like, what are you gonna think? Wolf doesn't care about like the fans or the comments that people are making. Then what about the person sitting right next to him and the other person and his whole coaching staff? Like, he's making all his team look like shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think the players are in a different position, but when you're coach and you have that message, I think
it's hard.
Everyone around you shouldn't believe
it's
that
toxic.
Shit.
Yeah, but it's also hard. The way I look at it is like it's hard for to a point you can say even louder when we're down, right? But you can't really say that every game, and also like how can you turn that around? Like no, we shouldn't be singing that even louder when we're down every game, especially at home. We gotta be like the first thing that comes in is just like this team is killing it out there in the field and we're winning.
I wouldn't say you can't be louder when you're down.
Like, no, saying like we can't, like the narrative shouldn't be we're even louder when we're down. Like that we should, that'd be like the last thing that we could do. Like say like we should be winning in our home, especially like because it's a home. Like say I think Jorge Torralde made a good point. He's like this game, what helped the team was the environment, and just for them to see like hey take from that and embrace that shit that you see behind you, because there's thousands of people out there that are cheering for you. But if you're making comments like that, you're also going to have thousands of people cheering against you if you don't change your mindset towards the people that actually do care about what people do.
Yeah.
And on the side of like the supporters, man, like I'll tell you like even louder when we're down means, I think I said it before maybe, but it means that team's not going to come and shut us up in our house. Like we have pride. This is our stadium. These are our colors. If the players, if someone doesn't give a shit, they're still our colors. We're still going to be loud for them. Once that whistle blows, like I'm going to be fucking pissed off. It doesn't mean I'm going to, like I might go enjoy and try to bring it down with some friends, like have a beer, but like the emotions and that, and because we work so fucking hard. Yeah. We want our fucking fans to be happy and to get wins and to go home with something good. But we have a lot to celebrate still because of what we built, but respect it. Coach needs,
you can only do so much if now it's like when you have someone that that should be on your side against you. It's like, bro, come on, man, help me out. Help me out. So you said playoffs. I say we gotta at least make it to playoffs. Like after once you get to playoffs, fuck it, Rigo, what do you think?
I said the same.
Same playoffs.
I said if we get something good in the summer to help us maintain it. At least we don't have any other
hopefully
tournaments, right?
A couple good players.
We don't have any other tournaments or like midweek games, so it will be
the
Leagues Cup.
But everything stops for that.
Yeah. So even with that, like we got some time. So predictions for San Jose, St. Louis away. So it's a weird scheduling because we're playing away. We're playing at home this weekend, San Jose, and then we visit St. Louis. We visit Houston, and then we're gonna be playing at home against Galaxy and Vancouver. So you have, out of those 5 games, you have 3 that you're gonna play at home, and that's like the percentage from that is like, okay, you gotta get at least 9 points out of 5 out of 15. What are you guys predictions for this next coming games?
San Jose, we should beat them since they're doing worse than us. So, and they just got 2 red cards the last game. So yeah, hopefully like 2-0. St. Louis, it's an away. Their fans are pretty loud as well. They're like they're pushing for the culture and pushing whatever they want to do. But we'll play a tie. Houston, we hopefully go there and slap them. In LA, they come down. I don't know. Diego's gonna be here.
Fuck him.
I told him he better not score. I'm gonna be pissed.
I told him too.
I was like, hey man, I'm gonna flick you off, but it's gonna be with love. A love, go fuck yourself. But yeah, and then I don't know.
Vancouver.
Vancouver. They're not. I mean, they're doing okay. That's gonna be a home or away?
At home.
Home.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Yeah. Hopefully 1-0 or 2-1. Yeah. There. Galaxy. Hopefully we beat Galaxy. Man, they got some good players though. They made a couple more signings too. Hoping for a tie. And then even be realistic. Hoping for a tie there.
At least a tie. Okay.
Yeah.
You, Rigo? Yeah.
I don't like to guess, but let's see. You're gonna have to tell me the names, guys. I forgot.
We're playing
San Jose.
San Jose.
at home.
Start with that. San Jose.
San Jose. I mean, we've been performing at home, so hopefully a win in San Jose. St. Louis. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a hard one. Probably. I'll probably a loss, but then bring it back home with
No, we're playing away in Houston.
Houston. Yeah, that's a
Slap
home
'em.
game.
Yeah. It is his own game.
Yeah, I think we'll play well.
We'll pack that. We'll pack that their stadium.
Yeah.
The team seemed to feed off of that.
Yeah.
That derby energy.
Mhm.
And then Vancouver. I mean, it's a home game, so hopefully the boys keep that energy in there. They're getting there.
And you're the ones against Galaxy at home.
Oh, Galaxy at home. I mean, we should tie or win.
Tie or loss.
Tie or win. No, I think we'll do it, but let's say tie because I don't want to. I don't know.
It's gonna be an exciting game. I think that
It's
one's
a lot
gonna be
of
very
games.
exciting. That's gonna be a really good game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot. And that can be an early game too. 12:30 p.m.
Oh shoot, is
That's
it really?
early because Fox is gonna be has the rights to
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
Start
Fuck, man, I have to do
planning.
yeah, huevo. So
Get my coffee.
your coffee. Yeah, there we go. Unos carajillos.
Yeah, got heels. Hey.
I would say San Jose, we win. We lose to St. Louis. We tie against Houston. We beat Galaxy. And we beat Vancouver. So I'm saying Galaxy because Diego said, hey, at the end of the day, in the field, we're going to play hard. We're going to take care of each other. We're going to play hard. So, say, if you really want to make a statement, okay, things are going to be better, you have to defeat the team that took the change, that did a lot of, a radical change here. So, if you really, really, really want to make something happen, your statement got to be in against Galaxy. Yeah, against Houston, of course, right? But Galaxy is the one that, you're bringing in someone that's very close to the people still here. So,
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But, Ray, appreciate you for coming, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Oh wait, we haven't talked about his new tattoo.
Oh, you had a new tattoo?
Oh yeah.
This one doesn't jump.
Yeah, I got my little alpaca,
Reflex.
and I jump on my trampoline, and then I got this one in Spain, my little bull, little toro.
Toro.
Is that the FC Dallas?
No, fool, it's a bull from Spain, España.
Es de los toros ni esa way.
España,
Toros Nesa.
España.
Yeah.
Vale.
But that's cool. Appreciate you for coming, man.
Yeah,
it means a lot.
me.
I always like to open up this space for, besides artists and whatnot, but also for my friends to talk about soccer, especially as, I've gotten to know a lot of people that are, pretty badass in the community. So thanks to everybody that comes and shares it. And I'm pretty sure we're going to continue to do it with more friends. So everybody can know what's up and how we get down here in Austin. And also, just want to encourage everybody to, to check out the Mosaic event, the inauguration on Saturday, April 6th at 5 p.m. La Murga is going to be there, of course. And just continue to support the culture. Also continue to support our platform. Any questions? Shoot me an email.
Follow us on YouTube.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram.
YouTube,
If not,
Instagram.
if they don't follow us,
Austin FC opened the parking lot so we can build a culture.
There we
Please,
go.
por favor.
Please. Y al que no le guste.
we saw some dude doing donuts there. Might as well do.
Yeah, I heard.
tailgates.
Yeah, if they can do donuts, why can't we get tailgates? They're letting some stuff happen over there.
Right.
Don't be.
We just need to take over.
Yeah, we'll just put our own bus there.
Let's do it. Órale. Se cuidan, se porten bien y arriba en la América.
A la Madrid.